Just imagine, the X-44 Manta flies so low and quiet that even the latest radars are useless against it. It can reach speeds around 1,550 miles per hour while still staying under the radar. Its tailless design, about 65 feet long with a 55-foot wingspan, gives it a profile that seriously reduces radar visibility. Able to climb up to 65,600 feet, it's equipped with state-of-the-art active and passive stealth tech, letting it adapt its invisibility to different environments, from dense forests to deserts. Plus, its electronic systems can deceive enemy radars and neutralize signals. All this makes the X-44 Manta truly unique. No wonder its appearance has analysts in Russia and China rethinking their defense strategies. Its ability to maneuver stealthily and remain radar invisible is a major advantage in modern warfare.
Tried to shape an airplane that was directly useful in specifically support of Army troops in the field.
The X-44 Manta isn't just another fighter jet, it's a combat machine built on advanced stealth technology, combining everything that truly makes it a ghost in the sky. Imagine this, a tailless body that enhances its invisibility, modified wings to boost aerodynamics, and an ability to maneuver as if it anticipates your every move. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's real. And this reality has shaken analysts in Beijing and Moscow. Think about how drastically the U.S. has changed its approach to military tech development. The Pentagon used to select a single company to handle a project with full control, but now it's a different game. The entire industry operates as a single unit, with multiple top-tier companies working together on a single model, pooling their best expertise to create a true technological masterpiece. The X-44 Manta is exactly this kind of project. Experts from NASA, SpaceX, Lockheed Martin, and even scientists from the legendary Area 51 collaborate on its design. This strategy brings together expertise in aerodynamics, space innovations, aviation tech, and the most classified stealth developments. The result, an aircraft that outpaces competitors so thoroughly it leaves them with no chance. When the best in the field work on designing and developing a fighter, each one adds something unique, something that makes the X-44 Manta not just another aircraft, but a true phenomenon. NASA, for example, shared its unique aerodynamic database with the team, helping to reduce air resistance to a minimum. Their tech has already set records with legendary models like the SR-71 Blackbird and X-15. As a result, a Manta can reach incredible speeds and has maneuverability that even modern radar can't detect.
As a leader in aeronautics research, NASA is working to reduce the sounds produced by aircraft.
SpaceX, for their part, introduced revolutionary advancements in rocket engines and recovery systems. Thanks to their tech, the aircraft got a lightweight engine structure that pushes it closer to hypersonic speeds. This approach strengthened the power unit while boosting thrust, something similar to what's used on the Falcon 9. Imagine, now the X-44 can reach speeds that make it nearly untouchable for most air defense systems.
SpaceX's launching and landing of rockets is not something that they invented, but something that they've perfected and something that they were able to bring to market.
Lockheed Martin, the stealth tech makers, contributed to the fuselage shape and special coatings, making the X-44 a true ghost in the sky. Their tech, perfected on the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, has been refined to the max. The goal? To ensure such stealth that even the best radars in the world can barely catch a shadow of it. And Area 51? Things get even more interesting. Legendary components and systems used in earlier prototypes have now been upgraded, adding plasma control elements to better dissipate heat at hypersonic speeds. Rumor has it that some parts stem from engineering experiments involving unknown technologies. Now imagine in a world where technology matters more than ever, an aircraft like the X-44 Manta could actually impact global geopolitics. Russia and China are in a constant race, trying to keep up with Western developments. Bringing the Manta into the U.S. fleet was like waving a red flag at a bull, sparking a new wave in the arms race.
Early on in a campaign, and it has a significant amount of weapons carrying and payload capability.
So when the Manta finally appeared at a military demo, the interest was huge. This aircraft flew as close to the ground as possible, almost silently, and radar only caught it for a split second. As it passed by, military experts couldn't stop commenting. The highlights? a max stealth mode speed of up to 1,550 miles per hour, all while staying invisible to most radar systems. And on top of that, the Manta is equipped with both active and passive stealth systems, letting it adapt to a range of environments from dense forests to desert regions. And this is exactly what other countries noticed: the potential for surprise strikes or deep penetration into heavily defended areas. Even top fighters like China's J-20 or Russia's Su-57 seem a bit less agile compared to the Manta, especially considering that the Manta is equipped with cutting-edge electronic warfare systems capable of neutralizing enemy signals.
Small electromagnetic pulse weapons offer some pretty startling capabilities. You can essentially completely destroy an enemy's electronic infrastructure in a very precise way.
Now think about the impact this has on the international scene. A single aircraft could spark a new wave in the arms race as every nation aims to secure its borders and stay one step ahead. For Russia and China, this means developing new tech to counter the X-44. This is more than just a fighter jet, it's a strategic threat, pushing countries to invest big in similar advancements to avoid falling behind. In the end, we have an aircraft that truly lives up to the hype. The X-44 Manta doesn't just reaffirm the power of American technology, it's become a symbol of change in modern aviation. With its incredible agility, stealth, and speed, the Manta is now a key asset in modern defense, motivating other nations to develop new tactics and technologies. Here's a little insider info. NASA and SpaceX launched a real UFO. Even military experts were shocked by what the eyewitnesses captured on camera. This object has incredible technology that surpasses everything we know today, and its abilities stir the imagination. The collaboration of the two space companies allowed us to look at something new and unusual. What was it? Why did two space companies suddenly need to secretly launch something like this? What are they hiding, and who are they afraid of? You'll find out in a moment, but for now, sit back and subscribe to the channel. Now you'll see the most stunning footage of NASA and SpaceX launching a real UFO into space. So have you ever thought that NASA and SpaceX are secretly working together on something out of this world? If so, you were right. The two companies have indeed been cooperating for quite some time. In the past, the two space giants were engaged in a program to create a lunar module to land civilians on the moon. Later, the contract was terminated, but the companies continued to cooperate, but on a new, unnamed project. This also includes the U.S. government's secret funding of Elon Musk's projects, comprehensive assistance and support in creating new spacecraft, and so on.
You can add up all the rockets launched by other rocket companies in the United States, and it doesn't come close to what SpaceX is doing.
Doesn't this sound like an agreement? But between whom or what? Most importantly, why was it necessary to increase the capacity of the two largest space exploration companies? Is it to create a new weapon that'll protect us from UFO invasion? Speaking of UFOs, did you know that a UFO is not necessarily something alien? In fact, the object that ordinary people may think is extraterrestrial will actually turn out to be a long-known development created by the government. My point is that the story of NASA and SpaceX launching UFOs does not mean that they've created a flying saucer. Moreover, information has recently emerged about what kind of objects space corporations have built and launched. The codename of this project is EFS. No one's provided the exact decoding, but there's an assumption that this abbreviation stands for Extra Fast Satellite. Before the project began, several unusual events occurred that later turned out to be related to preparations for the creation of a unique satellite. A few months before the project began, NASA and SpaceX scientists began receiving strange signals from space that could not be identified. These signals turned out to be the output data from previously launched probes that sent the information needed to create a new satellite.
It costs $2 billion per launch.
At the same time, abnormal weather events, including electromagnetic storms and localized lightning, were observed in the area of NASA and SpaceX research centers. These phenomena, as it turned out later, were the result of testing new technologies in the early stages of the project. Also, for several months, local residents and pilots have reported sightings of strange flying objects that could not be identified as known aircraft or drones. Could these objects have been prototypes of the satellite that were tested in real flight conditions? It's also become known that the government has transferred parts of other aircraft to SpaceX for storage, allegedly to explore the possibility of flying outside the Earth's atmosphere. The list of these parts includes the aerodynamic body of the F-22 Raptor, parts of which formed the basis of the satellite's design. The B-2 Spirit stealth technology, which allowed the satellite to be virtually invisible to ground and space radars, and the SR-71 Blackbird engine, which was previously considered the highest flying aircraft. Now do you get the picture? Most likely, the government and corporations were trying to create a new space weapon. The government failed to take into account only one point: no matter how secretive the development is, society will definitely find out about it. During the live broadcast of the launch of a new SpaceX rocket, which was supposed to deliver another cargo to the International Space Station, an unexpected and impressive event occurred. At the moment when the rocket reached the upper atmosphere and accelerated to orbital speed, something strange appeared in the frame of a camera installed on one of the rocket stages. A few minutes after the launch, as the audience watched the first stage separation, a fast-moving object could be seen in the background. It was round in shape, glowed with a faint blue light, and moved at a speed exceeding that of a rocket. The news of the discovered UFO quickly attracted the attention of both the general public and experts in the field of astronomy and astronautics. The discovery of the strange object on live television caused a wave of tension and speculation in the international arena. Some states expressed concern about the possibility of creating new secret technologies and weapons. In response to these concerns, the governments of leading countries began to demand explanations and independent investigations. Some countries, especially those with long-standing suspicions about U.S. space programs, saw this as an opportunity to accuse NASA and SpaceX of violating international agreements on the peaceful use of space. But there were also those who offered to cooperate under the program. The United States and its allies, realizing that the discovery of the unique satellite could be used as a tool of pressure, began to actively explain their actions and assure the international community of the peaceful purposes of the program. However, they also used the situation to demonstrate their technological achievements and strengthen their positions on the world stage.
Launching and landing of rockets is not something that they invented, but something that they've perfected and something that they were able to bring to market.
Later, new details about the mysterious object emerged. It turned out that it was moving at a speed of more than 12,400 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest objects in space. However, the data has never been officially published, and the stated speed could only be an eyewitness guess. Other data indicated that the object disappeared and reappeared as if teleporting from place to place. In fact, this may be due to a flaw in the invisibility system mentioned earlier. There were many assumptions, but the truth turned out to be quite different. Under pressure from the media and the public, the corporations finally had to admit that it was not a weapon at all, but a top-speed satellite designed to collect data on the Earth's atmosphere. The unique design of the satellite and its propulsion system allowed it to reach incredible speed, making it an ideal tool for studying the upper atmosphere. That's why parts of the aircraft were delivered to the SpaceX base, and that's why the government funded this project. So what conclusions can we draw from this event? The launch of the UFO was a historic moment that demonstrated the incredible capabilities of NASA and SpaceX. This event also made it clear that much of the footage of the UFO could be just footage of testing of similar top-secret technologies. This time, the public managed to force the government to tell us what happened, but who knows how many more such satellites and space fighters may be in development, or even in our orbit. You may be disappointed that the object launched by NASA and SpaceX was not an alien spacecraft, but it was still an incredible achievement that'll help us better understand our planet.
And as we move, to the moon and Mars and beyond, we're writing the narrative of human spaceflight right now. So
this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this incredible event. Share your theories and opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with other events related to space research and UFO sightings. See you soon.